Welcome to the Order of Operations debate. I'm Mr. Pi, the math guy, and the debate is going to be based around an expression I've seen floating around Facebook and other social network sites, and that problem is this: 6 divided by 2 times the quantity 1 plus 2. The inspiration for this video is a friend of mine on Facebook that I used to play softball with asked me the proper way to interpret this problem. The proper way to interpret this problem is by using the order of operations, which we'll review, and I'll show you why the answer to this problem is 9 and not 1. So let's get this math party started. In the red here is the post that was put to my wall. It says, David, please tell me when everyone keeps posting poorly written equations with more than one possible answer, such as 6 divided by 2 times the quantity 1 plus 2 is equal to question mark. Now, I guess the way this is written, it is an equation because it has an equal sign in it. But typically, we treat this and call this an expression. We need to evaluate the expression using the order of operations. Now, the order of operations, as you can see here, is PEMDAS. P for parentheses, E for exponents, M for multiplication, D for division, A for addition, and S for subtraction. Now, in this particular line right here is just the original problem. At this point, what I do is what's inside the parentheses, 1 plus 2 to give us 3. Then the next step would be to do all multiplication and division from left to right. What shows up first in this problem is division, 6 divided by 2, and 6 divided by 2 gives us the 3 on the left-hand side. I bring the other 3 down, and then finally 3 times 3 is 9. This is the final answer. And I also told him that there is only one correct solution, and that solution is 9. So next, my friend asks me, I know you're a math teacher, so why can't it be interpreted as 6 divided by parenthesis 2, parenthesis 1 plus 2, close both parentheses, and that's equal to 1. Now, it says you have to do what's in the parentheses first. That was my response to him. Now, what also that I want to explain at this point is by adding this extra set of parentheses right here, being this set right here, that was not given in the original problem, and by adding that set of parentheses, it changes the order of operations, meaning that you would do this addition first, 1 plus 2, to give 3, and then we'd have another set of parentheses here, and then we'd still continue to do what's inside this set of parentheses, 2 times 3, which is 6, and bring down the division and the other 6, and 6 divided by 6, which is 1. Now, the reason that this problem cannot be interpreted as this is that that extra set of parentheses changes the order of operations, and it is not the original expression. By adding that set of parentheses here, you change the order of operations. If it's not given in the original expression, you cannot add a set of parentheses. That's not allowed. Now, after answering the last question, he comes back to me here in red, but a scientific calculator will give you the answer 1. Well, let me say this. Not all scientific calculators will give the answer 1. And the reason for this is some calculators are not programmed to follow the operations. I know that's pretty lame, but we can't always rely on technology to do what our minds do. Technology only does what it's told to do, and if the calculator's not programmed to follow the order of operations correctly, then you will get the wrong answer. So you have to understand the technology that you have and to be able to use it properly. After settling the calculator debate with him, he comes back at me with, I think the equation is written to be interpreted 2 different ways. The first way is the quantity 6 divided by 2, close the quantity, times the quantity 1 plus 2, close the quantity, which would give us 9. Or 6 divided by 2, the quantity 2 times the quantity 1 plus 2, close both sets of parentheses to give 1. Here again, we are changing the original problem by adding parentheses. You can't just add parentheses into a problem and expect it to be the same results. In both problems here, I highlighted with my black pen the parentheses that he added. In this case, in this first case, the parentheses do not change the order or do not change the final result. They actually do change the order, but they do not change the final result. In this particular problem, by adding, or in this particular addition of parentheses, by adding the parentheses where they are added, it changes the order. There is no interpretation here. The problem is what it is as it's given. I hate to use that phrase, it is what it is, but the problem was given as this: 6 divided by 2 times the quantity 1 plus 2. By adding parentheses, you can change the order and change the meaning of the problem. You don't add parentheses. These problems are not to be interpreted. You follow the order of operations as it's given. As I replied to him, we can see here the only way to get 1 is to do the order wrong. If you get 1, then you did the multiplication before the division, which is wrong. You are to do the multiplication and division from left to right, doing whatever comes first. Again, solving or simplifying this expression, we do what's inside the parentheses first, the P. 1 plus 2, that gives us 3. We copy down the rest of the problem, 6 divided by 2, and then times 3. Now from left to right, we do multiplication and division as it appears in the problem from left to right. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Bring down the rest of the problem, which is times 3, and 3 times 3 is 9. The only way to get 1 is if you do the order wrong, or you add parentheses that will change the order of operations. There is no interpretation here. It is what it is as it is given. This has been Mr. Pi the Math Guy on settling an order of operations debate. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, or share the video. That'd be awesome.